I'm here across the street from the U.S. Capitol. It has been a very long day. Started this afternoon for me, actually this morning, when I drove north of Baltimore and was hosted by a wonderful church in North Carroll, Hampstead, Maryland, near Manchester, and had just a wonderful morning with them, but came back very quickly here to Capitol Hill to join my colleague, Reverend Pat Mahoney, and a whole bunch of people who had gathered on the west steps of the Capitol, the other side of the Capitol that you can see over my shoulder. This is the east side of the Capitol. They were on the west side holding a prayer vigil, and it was really a wonderful time. In fact, we had two members of Congress, Representative Paul Brown of Georgia and Representative Rob Whitman of Virginia, both of whom came out to lead in prayer. You got to see the prayer that Congressman Brown led while we were there on the West Steps. We also got a glimpse of Bart Stupak, who of course is at the epicenter of this whole controversy, who came out on the balcony to watch for a little bit and then went back in. It was a little bit like almost a scene of biblical proportion as he wagged his head and went back inside. But it was really quite a wonderful afternoon. And I got to tell you, if you're disheartened by the whole process and the outcome, by the way, I'm standing here as the voting is underway and is virtually a done deal now, at least in the House of Representatives. And of course, we're reminded that in the process, that isn't the final stage. There's still some steps in the process left. But regardless of all that, if you're disheartened, let me tell you the upside of this. And the upside is that first, we have rediscovered moral language in this debate. That is, we're talking about right and wrong. We're talking about moral imperatives. Remember, it was just a few years ago that people were saying that no one dare impose their morality on anyone else. But the arguments on both sides of the healthcare debate have been framed in moral language. That is in itself a sort of victory. But something even more so was what happened here at the Capitol this morning in Statuary Hall, where for the first time in 130 years there was actually a church service held in the U.S. Capitol, because members of Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, one Democrat I was told, and some Republicans, were concerned that they were going to miss church on a Sunday. This vote was called by the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, on a Sunday. They didn't want to miss church, so they had church here in the U.S. Capitol this morning and prayed about this whole matter. That in itself, that's an historic and extremely important development with enormous implications. And we're going to tell you more about that. I'll tell you more about it on my blog, so watch that. But it's been a long day punctuated by drama. We're going to keep you informed on this whole process. A lot of people have been emailing me. I'll answer those emails on my blog. The big question, of course, is what about this presidential executive order? That really doesn't have a tremendous amount of substance to it. It's more symbolic than anything, and really, well, I'll detail it for you later. But look, I guess I'm the eternal optimist. I'm a blithe optimist, maybe by some accounts, but there are some real bright spots here, and we're going to be talking about them. Got to go for now. Let's end this long, long day.